looks really amazing.
I know I have been missed, but I'm back, and I'm back with a lot of content, I think. So let's get started with it. Yes, I'm sitting in the floor and I am not in my usual space. As you can see, I'm in the process of buying a house, and right now I'm living in an Airbnb. Meanwhile, that gets complete anyway. So yeah, that's why I haven't been very active around here. That doesn't mean I haven't been doing anything. I have been quite busy, to be honest. I've been trying to practice Blender. For example, I made this hat for the frog, piece of art, give me a diploma. I also tried making a DR for the game, and that went, I think, well. The problem came when I tried to animate it, and this is the result. So anyway, moving into something else, I've been working on the Behaviour Tree, and that was very difficult, but with a lot of tutorials, a lot of hours, and a lot of tears, I think I managed to get something working. The idea is that when a character becomes a lumberjack, it will find the closest tree that is not being cut by anyone, and it will go to that tree. Now, for me, this is not enough. I don't want the tree to just disappear or just like chop in one piece and then your wood increases. I want to do something more. So I'm going back to Blender. I'm cutting the tree in 5 different pieces and just bring it into the game, give it some gravity, and we have a falling tree, which is nice and easy. Now, with an event animation that I'm using on the character when cutting the wood, which by the way is from Mixamo. I'm not very happy with it, but that will do for now. I might change it in the future if I feel brave enough to try animation. When the character hits the tree, it will play the sound. It will call a function that will decrease the life of the tree. For example, the tree might be 100. If you have a basic axe, it will do -10, so it will need to hit it 10 times. Once the life of the tree reaches 0, the tree will disappear, the trunk will appear. You won't see that, but that's what's happening, and it will fall down, and then piece by piece the character will be collecting it, bring it back to the building, going back to the building until there is no more logs. Every time the character brings a log into the building, the wood will increase in your resources, and I'm pretty happy with this. I think the animations have some work to do, but I'm not worrying about that too much now because I'm not touching animations. I'm not touching anything related to animations right now. So moving on. So I think we can say this task is completed. So moving on to the next thing. Next thing I want to do is allow the characters to collect food, which in this case is mushrooms. It will probably have some more variety, but right now it's just mushrooms. So for that we need a kitchen and we need a storage place. I'm not keen of having a whole kitchen situation, so I'm just making a simple fireplace, which, spoiler, it looks pretty good, I think. Now I have made 2 different buildings, I know, right? Doesn't like Blender, those 2 different buildings anyway. I have made 2 different styles for the storage place. I think the one with the wood roof is better because you can see the difference from far away. However, with the green roof, I know it's very pretty, but I think it's not gonna be very easy to see when the camera is far away. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Green roof, wood roof, you choose. Something else I've learned to do in Blender is how to use a single material for the whole thing. For that I have learned to do the UV unwrapping, which is not very fun, but it needs to be done because otherwise using a different material for each different piece of the object, as I'm showing you here right now, is not very efficient. So the next thing is the fireplace for cooking. Now cooking the food will be optional, but cooking will make the mushrooms more valuable. For example, if you collect the mushrooms, it will be worth 5 of food, for example. Now if you cook that mushroom, it will be worth 10. So it's up to you if you want to spend the time cooking it or if you prefer to collect more, but the option is there. So yeah, this is gonna be the kitchen situation for now. I think it's gonna be either this or something similar, and I'm pretty happy with this. Now I don't have the energy to program the whole behavior tree for collecting food, cooking it, all this, so I'm just gonna put that aside for now and I'm gonna move on into something else. So the something else is this beautiful rain that I have created following a tutorial. The tutorial is on the description, but look at this. Just close your eyes and listen. Relaxing. Weather will be a big part of this game, so I'm very pleased with the look of this. Soothing. Now the last thing I'm making today is the totem. The totem is another kind of building you can put on the wall. Now this building is gonna increase the population happiness. When the population happiness increase, you have more chances of new villagers arriving. But yeah, it will be related to magic the way that they arrive, but they need to be happy and they need to have enough houses or space for people to arrive. And TCC for today is a bit of a mix, I know, but when I get overwhelmed with something, I move on to the different thing and into the different thing. So this is the result of all that. I think I need to organize myself a bit better, but no, I don't think so. Hopefully it won't take me another 3 months to record another video, but if it does, I'll see you in 3 months. No, it won't, I promise. It will take less than 2 months, hopefully. Anyway, remember to give it a like if you like, subscribe, join the Discord, and if you want to follow me on the social media, it's underneath on the description. And see you soon.